Hi fam, welcome back to the Hobby Collab on Sunday, right before I take off for Nova. It is a classic duo, Meg and Zach.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe. We are trying to hit that magic number that everyone likes.
Yeah. YouTube.
And then we'll hit the next
YouTube sends you a plaque when you get to 69,000.
That's right. It's just 69.
Just kidding. No one at YouTube is that cool. I've been over there.
Today we're talking about Blood Bowl.
Yes.
We are kind of pivoting. I shouldn't say pivoting. We're always going to do AOS. We love AOS.
Yep.
But we want to branch out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a tiny, tiny Blood Bowl league coming up this fall just for you guys. And so we want to get started on our armies.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this. Now, we're actually going to have a lot of guests on the stream.
Yes.
A lot of new faces.
You're going to get to know a lot of people.
You're going to get to see a lot of great people from our community. Some familiar guests, some new guests. So we're very excited. I don't actually even know that I'm playing a team. I'm kind of on standby.
You may not be playing a team.
But I will be.
But he's going to be a producer, commentator. It's going to be great.
At the very least, we know that Brett and I, and possibly Steven, will be doing some commentating.
Yeah.
Brett is highly excited about commentating and not playing.
He's so good at that kind of thing.
He's very good at it.
Yeah.
You have let's take a quick sneak peek here at yours.
All right, I did show a little bit. I showed this last night in Hobby Finished. I was working on him yesterday.
So good.
Okay, I put it in finished and then was like, wait a minute, that's not finished. I need to do more. So I did a little bit more this morning. But this is my star player. I don't know what his name is. Does he have a name?
He definitely has a name.
Okay, it's not just star player, fat boy.
Yeah, he definitely has a name. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. If you guys have seen the box art for Nurgle's Rotters, it's orange, green, and purple. Like the pustules are purple, the skin is orangey, the gloves are orangey when there are gloves, right? And then the shoulder pads are green. Like all the metallic or like helmet type stuff, protective gear is green. So those are all secondary colors, right? Purple, green, orange. I figured I would just kind of translate that somewhat into primary colors. So they've got like the pink skin, which is red, the blue shoulder pads and armor, and then yellow edging and other things. Never stop edging. Oh yeah, yellow like shorts and gloves and stuff.
Yeah.
And then green is the like counter color.
I guess if I'm honest, when you told me that you were going to take all the secondary colors and turn them to primary colors, I was skeptical because it sounds a little bit like
it can be quite garish.
It sounds a little bit like like one of those shirts when you're a little boy.
Yeah.
That you wear that has a picture of a truck on it.
Yeah.
And the shirt is bright blue and the truck is yellow and then there's like a circle
and then
emblem.
You have red pants.
And then you have like
Mickey
red
Mouse
pants or there's like an emblem around the truck that's bright red.
Yeah.
And those are the three colors that little boys wear from like the age of like 3 to 8.
The primary combo, if you take it at face value, can be really ugly. Like, I think it's hideous. But I was trying to play with the colors a bit so it's not as hideous. But
no, it's
great.
Football
team colors can be really ugly.
They can be.
So it fits. Yeah.
They can be. Now, that's you. Now,
yeah, today, and then with the rest of my team, today I'm going to just focus on the shoulder pads. So we'll see how far I can get with all these shoulder pads, and I'll take it to Nova and learn how to play Blood Bowl.
Right now, speaking of Nova, I am smack in the middle of adding 40 Witch Elves to my Witch Elf collection to take to Nova.
Yeah.
And 5 Doomfire Warlocks. So I'm still in AOS mode, but I do have to admit that I'm very excited about Blood Bowl. I'm not a dwarf guy in any game that I play. I actually do think dwarves are cool. I would be a dwarf guy for sure in Lord of the Rings because I love Thorin and his company.
You don't like Gimli?
I don't like Gimli. I actually hate Gimli.
Wow.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. Gimli is like the offensive dwarf character in the older Hobbit movies.
What?
When you watch the Hobbit trilogy and then you go back and watch Lord of the Rings and see Gimli, you're like,
ew.
You're like, oh, this is like a human portraying a dwarf in a really offensive. It's like offensive almost. But I picked dwarves, and not because I'm a blueberry boy. I've been told dwarves are kind of a blueberry boy army team. Yeah, my understanding is dwarves and wood elves, which is what John plays.
Yeah,
are like the two blueberry boy teams.
Okay.
Or two of them. Dwarves apparently just like don't go down and shut down like the opponents very easily. Like they shut down all your cool fun rules, kind of like Nighthaunt in AOS. And I know for a fact that I've played Wood Elves. The few times I have played Blood Bowl years ago, I borrowed someone's Wood Elves army or team, and people, I played a few games against people, and it is like it feels like you can just do anything with that army.
Yeah.
And you're kind of waiting for one wrong thing not to happen. If that thing doesn't happen, then you're kind of like okay. All that is to say that I have the Dwarf army. I actually have 2 boxes. I had 1 box, and then our awesome mod Vino and I exchanged some models. I gave him some Daughters of Cain heroes, and I forget what else. Maybe a sprue of Doomfire Warlocks. I forget what I gave you, Vino. And he gave me the Dwarf team. It's really great to have this relationship with. No,
symbiotic.
Like the thing is,
trading.
you
we're
build,
very like bartery.
You build this relationship with your local group often, where you like kind of like the two of you could look at the value and be like, oh, you owe me like another hero or something, but you don't really do that, right? And it's really nice to have that relationship with Vino. He's right down the coast from us.
Yeah, we see him a lot.
We see him several times a year at least. And he had brought it up, and I didn't really.
That's more often than I see my family.
I know. Which is weird because they live in the same place he does.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I was sort of thinking I don't know, like, why do I need 2 boxes? You haven't bought a second box.
For Blood Bowl?
Yeah.
Wait, why would I do that?
Yeah, so
Liberty, tell me. Why would I buy 2 boxes?
Everybody says you need 2 boxes.
Well, I don't have 2 boxes.
I know.
This is what you're getting.
Okay. Well,
wait, how many? Oh my God, are we already getting into this?
So the reason,
how many players are on a team?
I think it's like pretty much. I think that's like enough to exactly cover the team.
Yeah.
I think your star player will help. There's Dan. Yeah. I think the star player will help.
Because 2 is greater than 1.
Will help with your, and there's also a possibility. What those guys were telling me, was that what those guys were telling me was that it's by faction. Some don't need it, some do. So they give you like exactly enough of everything to like have the minimal amount. And you might want to decide that
change your team up.
Like you have 4 blockers, right? The guys you're painting right there are clearly blockers.
I don't know what these guys do.
The big guys are blockers, right?
Is that what he does? He's just a giant blocker?
Well, I don't.
Blocker to success?
We know very little about how this game works.
I am going to learn everything. Liberty's going to teach a bunch of us how to play on Saturday. So this is like, I'm popping my cherry here. Live on air.
I mean, not really, because we're not learning anything about the game.
We might. Chat might tell us
Chat might help.
something.
That'd actually be great, chat. All I know is that I'm quite sure that those are blockers.
Okay.
And I think you could take, for example, more than 4 blockers, but you only have 4 blockers.
Sure.
So.
Okay, so if I'm in like a defensive role or whatever, I would want more blockers on my team at that moment.
I don't exactly know, but
just like in real football.
Yeah, currently you won't really have any choices. Is sort of the point. However, what I'm guessing is, like I was saying, that even just adding a star player probably does help with that a bit. Because the second you add him, you can't have something else here, right?
Right.
So
it gives me some options, but I think it'll be fun when we do play this on stream to just, I mean, we don't have to enforce this on anybody, but it'll be kind of cool to see like, okay, here's how the box does.
Yeah.
Like a box. This is what you get.
I, meanwhile, have the Dwarf army.
Yeah.
And I actually, like I said, I picked up a free, not free, well, kind of, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, I got Vino gave me his Dwarf team. So I have 2 boxes of the Dwarfs, and Vino's are assembled as well. Mine are assembled. So I have a lot of Blood Bowl Dwarves. However many come in the box times 2. And then I also got this guy.
This blueberry boy
which I'm really excited about. This is what I'm going to be working on today. It's Barik Farblast. He is the special player for the Dwarfs.
Let me see him.
And he has a rocket launcher.
Here, let's put him here.
They somehow let this guy...
Look how cute this is.
They somehow let this guy load a
rocket
football,
launcher.
a football into a rocket launcher and just shoot it. I've got to say, when Blood Bowl
Rules
dwarfs.
inside.
When the Blood Bowl dwarfs
Oh no,
first.
did I throw away my rules? I probably did. Okay.
That's fine. We'll get them somewhere. When the Blood Bowl dwarfs first came out, I have to say that I was immediately like, wow, that makes me want to play Blood Bowl. They look so cool.
Yeah.
I think the Blood Bowl dwarf army is one of the coolest looking teams. I keep saying army teams. And that's what made me want to play him. Because like I said, I'm not really a dwarf guy. I think normally my play style...
He's more of a hobbit, huh?
No, play style wise, I don't like the dwarf play style. Like, I don't like group up, walk forward, try not to die.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Yeah.
That makes me nervous.
That's and like dwarves are very well.
I like to walk up and murder.
Right. I want to. I'll trade defense for offense, and I'll trade speed for defense, and I'll trade cute tricks for all of that. And dwarves don't really do very much of any of those things.
Sure.
But I was like, Blood Bowl, I don't really care. It's a different game. It's not really the army, and I was kind of like. The dwarves just look really cool. Like, I think it's the coolest looking Blood Bowl army.
What?
So, here I am. So, I'm going to build this guy.
Okay. Cool.
Barik Farblast. Funny story about this model.
Barik Farblast.
Barik Farblast.
Barik Farblast.
Funny story about this model. I ordered it, I guess. Mm-hmm. And then, we were talking about this last night even. This thing that happens where you...
what happened last night.
Right, this is part of the problem. This thing that happens when you are involved so much with ordering two types of things. We order two types of things en masse for the studio.
Sure.
One is models. And hopefully that will slow down as we start to...
Get on the list, Matt Rose.
Well, that one...
As we complete our armies, right? We won't
Exactly,
have as much
exactly.
that we need.
Right now, we're often kind of like...
We're trying to get new armies for you guys. You know?
Exactly. Like right now, for example, Fire Slayers and Lumineth.
Yeah, we have like all these armies in limbo. And I will paint Lumineth, but Blood Bowl comes first. Sorry, John.
We actually just found a dude in Idaho.
Chef hooked us up.
Yeah, Broken Chef member, who's gonna hook us up with a lot of Lumineth. So I'm excited for that deal. But
are you gonna paint today?
No.
Are you gonna assemble today?
Yes. I'm stalling because I think this is gonna go fast.
You are stalling.
What I was gonna say is that we do this thing where we like order something and then forget if we've ordered it.
Oh.
And so this is honestly why if I don't order off of Amazon, I'm like, wait, did I order that? This happens all the time. It just happened with
oh no.
With our primer that we use, the black primer. We can't order it off of Amazon because Amazon cannot guarantee you that they will send you the black primer. They might send you the white primer. And then you go online and you say, hey, I don't want this. You need to give me my money back. Also, I'm not sending it back to you.
Oh my God, Zach.
And they're like, okay, that happened twice. Mm-hmm. That happened once. I told the story. I got the white primer. I got the white primer. I was like, hey, I want it black. And also, I'm unwilling to send this back to you. And they were like, okay, you can keep it, and here's your money back. I'm like, thanks. And then they did it again. I was like, cool, I'm going to reorder. Right. They sent white again. I'm like, hey, second time in a row, I'm not giving it back to you. I gave that one to Saray.
That's how we.
And then I was like, also, I'm no longer ever ordering this product from you because you
cannot get it right.
So now I have to order it from Dick Blick, which is great.
It's an actual art store.
It's an actual art store.
Yeah.
They immediately sent me the right color.
Of course they did.
And then, but like they're not Amazon. It doesn't show up the next day, right?
Yeah.
It takes a while. And then I forget, I'm like, did I order it or not? And there's no Dick Blick site that I go to.
There should be. They have one.
There is, and I did finally create an account.
Guys, I'm going to take an aside here really quick.
Yeah.
And then we'll get back to the rant. But I wanted to say thank you to Super Reedy for the 5 gifted memberships before the stream even started.
Before the stream started, thanks, Soups. We always appreciate the support. We do appreciate support in the form of super chats and gifted memberships. I know I'll forget. But we also appreciate the support in just you being here.
Also, I really like getting the party lights at random times. Like we were sitting in here and I was like, what's going on?
No, we were
in the other room and the party lights went off. And I was like, what happened? And it's like, oh, somebody said something nice to us or something.
Gosh, I hate resin.
Thanks, Soups.
Thank you, Soups.
All right, back to the rant.
No, it's not a rant. What happened is I ordered this from GW's site and had it sent, for some reason, to the GW store. I think because this is all I ordered,
Because
and then there's
we
no
don't want to
shipping.
pay for shipping. That's
Yeah,
why.
and I was in there the other day, like a month ago, to pick up a Skaven Tide box, and the guy's like, "Oh, I think I have something else for you too." And then he brought this out. He's like, "Yeah, this has been here since February." I was like, "Oh my gosh."
Yeah. Okay, you guys probably saw me do the first one. You guys can see, like, I'm just slopping on color, right? And then took the middle color to kind of blend it out. So the colors I'm working with today, just in case anybody's curious, it's AK Snow Blue for the highlights, Luthern Blue for the mid, and then Macrage, what is this word? Macrag for the dark blue. Yeah, and so I did the Macrag first, then slopped down some highlight, and now I'm kind of going back and forth. But I will go back and forth between the two. So that's where I'm at. Anyway,
wow,
that update.
This dwarf is not like 2 or 3 large pieces that get put together, followed by. Can I show this real quick?
Yeah.
It is not 2 or 3 large pieces that get put together.
Oh, that's so many pieces.
It is.
Good luck.
13 tiny pieces.
And it's all resin.
It's all resin.
Guys, there's something in my mouth. There it is. I got it. It's a cat hair.
Classic.
How did that happen? I don't wash Bartok like he's my kitten. It just happens when you have cats. You get cat hair all kinds of places.
Thank you, Molecule, for the weekly doxing. Weekly doxing.
I doubt Dick Blick likes how you say Dick Blick. How did you say it anyway?
Dick Blick.
Dick Blick.
Hey, listen. I don't know what to say. That's the name of the place.
Look. That's it. We're probably going to end a little early today because I have to hop on a plane like immediately after this. We're going to be running out of here. I'm going to like throw these guys in some bubble wrap, put them in the container that I'm taking these things in, and get the hell out of here. So we might end a little early. We do have some segments though, as per usual.
We have this poll.
Like all of our polls, it's very important.
Yeah, I keep bringing up that summer's ending. I'm sure it's making you all very sad, but summer is getting ready to end. Humble brag, kind of. Out here in California, that's not really the case. Our summer kind of gets started.
Hey, John.
Almost right around now.
Yeah.
As far as temperature goes, like, actually, literally in San Francisco, September and October are the hottest months.
Yeah.
We're not in San Francisco. We're in San Jose, which does have different weather, believe it or not.
Believe it or not.
But I definitely, you can definitely comfortably eat out on your patio in early November here without a jacket on. Or maybe you might, or
not
maybe
if you're
you,
me.
or maybe you might need one on. It just kind of
California cold is like 60 degrees, 64 degrees or something like that. Like we're freezing at that point. I've seen folks walk around in hoodies when it's 90 degrees. So, yeah, we're big babies.
Hey, John, how's it going? John Halfman. I think the weird thing is that, like, in the shade, it does cool down very fast in California compared to.
It'll be lava hot
Coast,
under the sun, and then you hop into the shade, and it's like, oh, now I'm cold.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
The poll. What kind of thing do you keep doing that's really a summer activity, but you keep doing it until your local temperature, wherever that is, whatever that is, local weather temperature says, all right, dude, no more. Like,
as an adult, like, how much do we really care about summer other than the weather? I guess, okay, this is my privilege showing because I'm in California. I'm like, it's not that much different.
No, it's a big deal. Like
as a kid, I love summer, right?
Because you had off from school.
You actually have vacation, not anymore.
Yeah, well, I prefer summer to most seasons.
That makes sense. You're from the East Coast.
Yeah, because...
Or from a place with seasons, I should say.
Yeah. The beginning, fall is cute for a minute. Like, October in Pennsylvania is very nice.
So pretty. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, fall's cute for a minute. First snowfall usually happens in sometime between mid-December and mid-January. That can be pretty nice.
Screwed that up.
But after that, it's pretty much bullshit weather, if I'm honest, on the East Coast until honestly late April. April's like, oh, it's different. It's still cold, but it's like rainy and daffodils are coming up now, but everything's mostly still gray and cold. But by May, it's amazing.
Yeah.
May is also very amazing. I mean, just in general, weather on the East Coast compared to California sucks. That's just a fact of life.
I mean, it does, but in a way it almost doesn't. Like, it's so beautiful. And you really just, like, appreciate it more. Like, you hear me taking advantage or taking for granted, like yeah, we don't really, what do I care if it's summer or not? You know?
Yeah.
But, man, it is so nice over there, like, during the different seasons. And
well, but again, like I was just saying.
Yeah, it sucks to live there when it snows and you have to go through the snow. Like, if I was working from home, I wouldn't care about the snow.
Okay, can I tell you everybody? I see Graham. I'm not going to dox Graham too much, but I know he's from Canada. He's from East Coast Canada, so he's from East Coast Canada. So he gets it. I'm not gonna dox anybody else where they're from. That wasn't Graham. Too much. Just Graham.
Graham's just from Canada.
Here's what it is. Oh, he's from West Coast Canada. Never mind.
See? Okay, so he doesn't get it.
But Graham,
thank you for the party lights.
Graham,
Rudy.
your partner is from like close to where I'm from, so she would know the same thing.
Welcome, Sean. Welcome, Isaiah. Welcome, Candy. Welcome, Braden. Welcome, George.
Yeah, this would also dox. Yes, Cody. This probably also happens where you're from. Okay. So here's what it is, and Pennsylvania, Maryland is not that bad for what I'm about to describe, but I bet Michigan, I bet Manitoba sucks for this. What happens is your summer comes to an end, and the problem is that your summer comes to an end the further north you go, or just depending on what part. It's not just further north, it also is like east-west, because like the West Coast, everybody who lives on the West Coast mostly lives on the coast, and our weather is very moderated and mild because of the Pacific Ocean. Right, so like Juneau, Alaska, is just like in the 40s, mid 30s American, to like mid 50s American, all year round, rainy, but it's not freezing cold, right? Like, I mean, it does get freezing, but what ends up happening is you get this thing, and I know people have names for it, like seasonal depression or whatever, but like it starts to really suck when you're in a cold weather place around March, because you're like, wow, I've been in this for a while. Mm-hmm. And March in particular sucks often because March doesn't even have snow. There's like this magical wintry period in January and February in Pennsylvania where you can get nice snow. And the weird thing about snow is that snow often also makes the weather a little warmer. The weather's a little warmer and a little more humid.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And then it's replaced by cold, dry wind. And like March is miserable. So the further north you get, the earlier your summer starts and the later it ends.
Sure.
So I'm sure that like in parts of central Canada, they're feeling this horrible crap weather right around now. It's probably starting. Mm-hmm. And then it happens probably till April. So like that's what really sucks. It's not that the seasons are bad. It's kind of like how long the seasons can go on. That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we've got some super chats. So
I think we're
okay.
We're up to Saul.
Okay, Saul. Saul says, "Hey guys, what's the odds of a Hobby Club Blood Bowl league?"
So Saul missed the beginning.
That's okay.
That happens. People have lives.
Yeah.
Saul. So that's what we're doing. We are prepping for our. It's very tiny. We're testing the waters. We're dipping our toe.
Yep.
We're gonna do a small bracket this fall, and we're working on our teams. So we're gonna have a lot of guests. It's gonna be me, Zach. Well, we don't know what Zach's. He might either be a commentator or a player. We'll find out. But me, Zach, Saray, Brett is also going to be a commentator, all involved. John's going to play. Who else?
Angela from Hobby Night?
Yes, that's right. Angela's joining us for this. It'll be super fun. Actually, her and I are going to be the
first game.
The inaugural game.
Yeah.
That way we make sure our girl gets to keep playing. And then
I mean, she's
good. I'm
she's
sure
played
she's
more
gonna
than a
beat
lot.
my
She's
ass.
played more than a lot of people.
She loves Blood Bowl.
So yeah, she knows what she's doing.
She's gonna stick around, you guys. I'm gonna be out after game 1, and then I can help commentate. But we'll see. Anyway, Angela, and then you guys have met KK on a stream before. He was on the BattleTech one and also our skin stream.
Yep.
If you want to search for those are fun streams.
Yep.
And then Bryce dressed as a hot dog on our skin stream.
Yep.
No reason why.
Just wanted to.
That's how cool he is. And then we have 2 folks who are kind of in limbo. We have Michael Dunsmore. He is the one who made the very cool table for Maelstrom Mixer that we were showing off, right, with the running water and the LEDs, and he's also a game designer.
Professional game designer,
yep.
not like
you can go buy his games at the store.
You can buy his games at like Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then those are and then Dan, who's in chat right now. He's a local guy. Dan, get back to me. I'm gonna bug you after this. We want you in this league. But he knows everything Blood Bowl. He's like the Blood Bowl guy.
He was the Blood Bowl guy, or maybe still is in
we've
the
got a lot
South
of good
Bay.
guests coming. It's going to be a lot of fun. So yes, to answer your question, Saul, yes. And if we like it, and if it does okay, and you guys like it, and it's not too much work for the rest of us, then we might bring it back next year. A little more involved. We'll see.
Yeah.
We're always testing things out. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
it is a collab.
Blood Bowl's fun. I've played it only a couple times years ago. It's fun. It's light. It's pretty easy. I think it probably makes for good streams.
Yeah.
So we're excited
quick,
to try out.
Yeah.
Now, how would you approach airbrush batch painting heavily detailed infantry minis? Well, let me tell you.
That's basically what I did here. Anyways, heavily detailed infantry minis.
No, that's not what you do. That's what I do.
But
Don't try to take my thing.
I'm not.
Don't
but
try
I did that for these guys. I never do this.
Saul. Yeah.
I did most of my airbrushing like just across. I laid down all the base coats, right?
Yeah.
So like you can see, like, let me get this out. Actually, I didn't show you guys. You can see like the general areas of where stuff will go, and honestly, at a lot of tournaments, this is like, or most tournaments, right? All of them. This is tabletop ready. Mm-hmm. Like that's all you need to do. I get it. I know. For us, it's different. I would want to push this further, but like I got most of this done with just airbrushing. So you need I use a Sotar. You need an airbrush with a small enough aperture, right?
Yeah.
So that you can get these little details. There's always going to be some bleed, it's going to happen. But the details and stuff, you just go in afterwards and clean up, and that's how I would do it. But you are better at this, so you should actually talk.
I can give let me give a little bit more of a clear, kind of concise thought on this.
Shut up, Meg.
No. Not what I'm trying to say. But
I'm kidding.
So like right now, I'm doing these witch elves, and I just ended the airbrush batch painting part of them. So the first thing I do is after I assemble them, I do glue them to a base. And typically the way I glue them to a base is, it sort of depends on the model. But something like witch elves that are kind of thin and tall, I use super glue, believe it or not. And what I do is I put an insanely tiny amount of super glue on the base. First of all, for this project, this also assumes, by the way, that you build your bases and then glue a finished model to a finished base. So let's say you're painting 40 models, Saw, on a 28.5 millimeter base. Then you need 80 28.5 millimeter bases for this project. You need double the bases that you need for your models. So you glue the model onto the base, and you do two things. Use an insanely small amount of glue only 1 foot, and then keep it the same for the whole model, for all of them. You glue the left foot, glue the right foot, whatever. And then I make sure to use accelerator, because accelerator does impart a degree of brittleness to the super glue. So, you want that. You actually want to be, because you're going to break this off later. So now I've got 40 miniatures very lightly super glued onto 40 bases. off to the side, I can do my other 40 bases, right? I can make the bases. You can skip that step if you glue models to bases and build the base around the model. After that, what I do is I use this stuff now called. Do you want to stop should I stop and do you want to do this or was that okay? Sorry, nothing. Okay. Just checking. Sorry, Meg. What was this thing? So I I use this stuff called micro tape, and I glue it basically to a box, and that micro tape stuff is like sticky and kind of tacky, but it's not. It doesn't ever firmly set. So it's sort of literally liquid tape. So you spread liquid tape all over a box, and then you kind of let that set, and then you take your base models and just bop all over it, and then you can just airbrush them like super easy, and they're stuck to the box, and then they pop off very easily. So Micro Sol and Micro Set are a product you're probably familiar with, Sol. That same for decals. That same company makes micro liquid tape, which is the stuff I'm talking about. But you can also do it the other way. You can do it if you don't want to get micro liquid tape is you can just take PVA glue, which is like in the U.S. Elmer's. Is Sol?
I've done.
What's that? Yeah.
Sol's Canada. We owe him a package.
So they have, we owe him a package. That's right. So they have Elmer's there. And so you just paint Elmer's all over it. And then before it dries, you put all your models on it. And then, like, literally, I was showing this the other day, right? I was holding up, like, 40 witch elves on this box upside down, and they don't fall off.
Yeah.
So you can just spray paint them nice and easy.
Yeah. I use the Elmer's glue because I don't think you had the other stuff yet.
No, that's new. That's a new product I found out about.
Yeah.
Micro liquid tape, it's called.
Okay.
A big thanks to Rudy Picardo also. So I hope that helps. A big thanks to Rudy Picardo for gifting 5 memberships. Rudy, thank you as always for your support.
Everything.
Yeah, we super appreciate it. He says, "Hey, Hobby Club fam, are there any vendors you're interested in seeing at the Nova Open? Ooh. I suggest looking at TNT Laserworks, A-Case, Spray Gunner, and Game Envy." So we know Game Envy.
Yeah, we usually check them out.
Yeah, Game Envy's
new stuff they have.
Game Envy's great. I didn't know Spray Gunner had a booth there. I like Spray Gunner. Spray Gunner is a website that sells airbrush stuff.
Okay.
And the thing I love about Spray Gunner, and I always tell people to go to the site, is they have schematics for all of the airbrushes, the most popular ones. And then you can like look at the schematic for like a Badger Patriot, for example, and just click and then go order that part. So I love Spray Gunner for that reason.
Okay.
I will check them out. Nova has a very good vendor situation.
Yeah. I honestly don't know who's going to be there, but I usually like checking out like the 3D printed models or the third party models, those booths, because I think proxies are fun.
I know last year that's where KK and I both bought a bunch of stuff from Goblin Hut. That's where we bought all of our Dirty Down and everything.
Yeah, and then we don't need to buy Dirty Down for a long time.
No, thanks to Rudy. No.
What else? I like checking out. I think Faultline usually has a booth of Frontline. Sorry, I keep doing that.
Not at Nova.
They don't. No. Okay, so they're not going to have like their old stuff like.
They won't be at Nova.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just associate them with everything, like every event. So I just assume they're running all of these, but I guess they're not running this one.
They don't.
Which is good because then you can actually buy tickets in a way that makes sense. I hate buying tickets for stuff on their site.
The other thing to keep in mind
Frontline, get it together.
Yeah, the other thing to keep in mind with Frontline is it is literally just...
Love you, Kicker.
I mean, it's like 90% Warhammer 40K. So, like, if you hear an event has other games at it, and you know, they do a little bit of AOS. They dropped AOS even in some of their events. They do a little bit of Star Wars. They'll try to do whatever is like slightly also popular.
Sure.
But they're not game boards or anything like that. Like board games, sorry. So like, you know, they don't do any of those Adepticon or anything like that. We know them so well because we came up in a 40K setting, but they really don't do these types of cons.
I keep forgetting. This is like a hobby. This is like heavily hobby and game also. Right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, they don't really do a hobby component.
Right.
If you can kind of, we go to every year to LVO.
Although at LVO, they're teaming up with, who is it again? They came up on our last stream, or the stream with Michael. Michael said that they bought one of his pieces to showcase. I cannot remember the name. Something Vault. Is it Verko's Vault?
Yeah.
They're the ones hosting this year at LVO. Yeah. So that'll be pretty good because they're serious, like, folks.
Yeah.
They're great. Okay, I think this guy's done. No, he can use some edging. I think I'll give him something to edge about. All right, where are we caught up?
Not quite. But Rudy, yeah, I would say for sure. I didn't know about Spray Gunner, but I will check out Spray Gunner. I'll look for them there. That's actually exciting. That would actually be amazing. I might, because we have
a lot of airbrushes now.
We have 4 different types of airbrushes.
Oh my God.
So I might just like buy some parts if they're selling parts. And airbrush parts are so cheap and they're tiny. Yeah, airbrush.
I didn't know that.
Unless you're buying like a new chassis for like a
what?
Like the main part for like the CR Plus or something like that. I'm not even sure why you would do that. But like just needles aren't very expensive. Seals are super cheap. I always keep a lot because I soak my airbrushes so much. I'm like very fine just replacing seals all the time because not all the time. Honestly, it's way less than you would think. But buying airbrush parts would be amazing, to be honest with you. Tactilson says, grew up in Massachusetts, currently living in Pennsylvania. Can confirm January through April weather is lame. Cold, then muddy with no fun holidays. This is also true.
That's true. There's no holidays. That is a bummer part of the year for everybody, I think.
Yeah. So after you get through like the December, January holidays, Christmas, New Year's, all those. After you get through all those, you go through this period where you get these kind of lame holidays, like
lame holidays.
There's no the only like holiday off day in January in the U.S. is MLK, which is great, but it's not something people go and celebrate or do anything
No, although we get it off.
You just get the day off, which is cool. It's a Monday always. And then there's Valentine's Day. Nobody gets off for Valentine's Day. There's President's Day.
Depends on where you are if you get it off.
It depends where you are if you get off. I also will say this. This was a weird kind of perk about Louisiana. In Louisiana, they have Mardi Gras. And that's also right around the time spring starts in Louisiana. Again, very, very far south, right? And so that was kind of cool about Louisiana. Like spring started on this like 5-day weekend you got when I was at LSU over Mardi Gras. And it was like the weather was nice and yeah. But yeah, it does. It kind of sucks. I'm with you, Tactilson. I know your plight. March in particular. You have St. Patrick's Day, which does get celebrated in the East Coast more than it does on the West Coast. But St. Patrick's Day is like fun when you're in college. You're like bar crawling in like 38-degree weather. So it's not great.
So Zach.
Yes.
We have a lot of fan stuff today, and we do have memes.
We've got some fan stuff to get through.
When
yeah.
Do you think we're gonna move on to that?
Well, I wanted to get through these super chats.
Oh, we're still not caught up. That's great. Thanks, everybody.
Well, we just want to also thank Chris, and then I'm also trying to glue my guy here.
I see.
Chris, thank you for gifting the membership. We appreciate that.
Would you like me to take over for the?
Totally up to you. I'm holding something here for gluing for a sec.
Yeah.
I probably should have gotten accelerator because I forgot about this is stupid resin.
Oh right.
These are like his parts of his beard. These are just gonna break off. This is crazy.
No.
That they do this.
It's yours now. You gotta deal with it. I can go get that stuff for you if you want.
No, I'll get it.
Yeah, thank you, Chris, for the gifted membership. I'm gonna scroll us down a little so I can see if we're caught up. And we are. Great. Okay. I'm gonna move us on to memes because we did have memes this week. We didn't do memes last week, which is good because we were kind of light on memes last week. There were 2 major memes that kind of... Do you mind handing me the mouse, Zach? Thanks. There were 2 major memes that kind of consumed our meme channel this last week. One is this thing. I don't know what this is. I haven't seen it on Reddit. I don't know what it's from. But here it is. It's a stupid horse.
It's from like some Disney or
Thank
Pixar
you,
or something
Yusuf.
movie, right?
What? No.
It's from some movie.
That looks like a toy.
I'm pretty sure it's from some movie that's coming out. And like everyone,
Can you guys tell us?
that's why everyone's like, it's one of the, like, remember Creepy Sonic? Remember when Sonic?
I remember Creepy Sonic.
It's like another one of those. They're like, why did they make the horse look like this?
Oh, really?
From something, right, folks?
I thought it was like it looks like it belongs on a carousel or like that weird like Charlie the Unicorn cartoon, like some weird thing like that. Like, okay, I don't know what it is.
That wouldn't be this popular. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I have
either.
seen this on Reddit, by the way.
I haven't. Okay. Well, we're lost, but you guys aren't. You guys keep putting it all over the place. Here's another horse. This is like the horse mask head, and then for some reason a dinosaur. What is this scene anyway? Do you know? You should know.
This is like the
This is some
horse
40K
heresy.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
And then a dinosaur. So it's a pun, kind of. Thanks, Soups, for your kind of pun. I like this one, I guess. But I hate this model. This is not an improvement to the model. The model, here we go. I actually there was a comment on our last video where we talked about this. Madman said that he likes a random Meg rant.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming it was about this model because I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't usually care. But I'm imagining like traveling around with this and building it, and it looks horrible to deal with. You didn't improve it. You just gave it a different head. The improvement, I think, comes in the way it stands.
Yeah.
I think. But that's okay. That wasn't the goal here. I don't remember who did this. Was this Barry? Somebody tell us. Do you remember? It's okay.
Barry.
It was Barry. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Thanks, Barry. Thanks, Barry, for this one. This is going to transition us to our next big meme, which is you. You're the meme.
Okay.
Zach is like, I don't care. But yes.
Looks like nobody in chat knows what the deal with that horse is. Or they're just not telling us.
Yeah, they don't want us to know. Barry likes to make memes of mandrills screwing other mandrills. And he thinks I'm not going to add them to the meme. I think he does know I'm going to do it.
I don't know that he thinks that.
Yeah, but I do. And so, there they are. So if you want to see more, you can check on the Discord, of course. All right, I skipped ads for you guys.
If you want to see more.
If you want to see more. Okay, that takes us to this. This is you. So you were playing, you can actually see the clip that this is from. It's in our clips channel in Discord. You were playing John, and you gave him the best face when he asked if your giant spider on a giant base was a monster.
He asked if the spiders in general are monsters.
Yeah.
My army includes 5 of them. And John was like looking at what spell to cast, and I guess he has he was looking at what delusion to take for the turn or something like that from Ushuran. And one of them is like +1 to wound not spiders, +1 to wound monsters.
Yeah.
And John's looking at him, he's like, and just kind of like, he's like, are those monsters? But he wasn't looking at me when he asked, and I was like.
So you looked at me, you looked at the camera, and you looked at me, and I saw you, and I was like, oh yeah, why would he ask that? Like in my head, I was like, I understand why he's asking that. You want to check for the keyword. But like, come on. Like, look at that. Like, when you looked at me, I was like, oh yeah, that was goofy.
I was like, yes, to John. And he was like, okay. And then he wasn't looking. I looked to Megan, the camera, like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Did he seriously just ask me that?
Sorry, John.
So yeah, that's what that was. Yeah, John and I have known each other for a while now and have streamed a lot together, so we do give each other the business. But John is a lot nicer than me, so
John's so nice.
I'm more open for business than he is. 2002 was weird. Kelly Rowland texted her boyfriend via Microsoft Excel and got mad because he didn't text back. Yeah, well,
this is an old meme.
Well, I know. It's an older meme, but it checks out. This is from a.
It's from a music video. I think it's. I forget what it's called, but it's the one where she's like crushing on some dude who's got a chick already, or no, she has a dude and she likes some other dude.
Okay, and
My Boo, is that what it's called? I actually don't remember.
But in it, There's like this scene where she texts. You see her texting, and it looks like this or something, right? Yeah, it looks like that.
Like, is that really from the video? I cannot remember. I forgot. I meant to.
No,
look
it is. It is.
Like, that's wild.
Yeah, they like.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it was
like nobody knew what texting really looked like. They're like, here, look, we'll just make it work with an Excel sheet. Otherwise, we won't be able to read it or whatever reason they came up with. That's funny. Yeah. Anyway, that's your face. Okay, we're gonna end with this meme, which is total insanity. Good luck. It's in our Discord as one long thing. This madman, he is a madman. This meme is crazy. I don't know. He came up with a story about who is in this. Polly, Zach, Cass. We haven't seen Castellan in a while. Soups. You read this right before. Did it make any sense?
I mean, these aren't
just crazy.
I mean, these aren't even really memes at this point. Like memes, he's pushing the boundary of a meme into into really a short story. With,
yes.
Like.
Madman always leaves these amazing comments on our videos. Like he'll go off. He's kind of like a you. Like I'm like, oh, he's pulling a Zach. He's going off on a tangent and pushing the boundaries of our YouTube comments character limit.
Oh my gosh.
It's so funny. I always enjoy reading his comments. So I was like, oh, we have to show this meme off. It's amazing. Well, in here are like little jokes about things we've said.
Okay.
So it counts, I think.
No, definitely. It was great. I read through it. I was like,
Zach, you need to read this. It makes no sense.
It is insane.
All right, I've got one shoulder pad set done.
I can't believe the two things I just had to glue onto this guy that weren't already glued on. It's out of control.
Oh, you know what?
And they're just going to break off.
You know what? I can do a little bit more here. So here, I'm sorry, I'll stick this on. I'm using Flash Gets Yellow to do the trim on the one shoulder pad. They have trim on one shoulder pad, but not the other, which is kind of nice. I like that. And then what else? I'm going to shade it, little parts of it, with Mornfang, Averland's Sunset and then Mornfang Brown. And honestly, I'm just working out of the pot on these. I don't care too much. And then I'll highlight up, or what is the word? Shade and tint. With Phalanx Yellow. Hard to tell, but that's what that is. So yeah. How is yours going aside from the annoying bits?
I don't know. It just says it's Forge World. If something's Forge World, some of you at home might know better than me. Like, I have done modern Forge World kits. This is what it feels like, and that's what it says it is. But someone was saying something about fine cast. I don't think this is fine cast. No. And the pro to this kit is that all the pieces feel good, but they're so tiny, and it's just really gluing way too much stuff together. In my opinion, like it's so many tiny pieces. It's kind of crazy. How's it going? It's going okay. Like I said, I honestly am just finding some disappointments in the kit, for lack of a better word. Things I'm like, why?
Why, guys? Why, Matt Rose? Blame Matt Rose.
Matt Rose it's not even.
It's not even the rules.
AOS.
That's true. Just blame him anyway.
Or like a time he was probably even there.
Yeah. Still.
Do I remove this?
Actually, I'm gonna mostly leave this area alone. Okay. Now, if I was working actually the way I was supposed to with my wet palette, this would have been a lot faster. I'm being lazy, and therefore taking more time. It makes no sense.
Rudy, I saw your message also, or not message, but your post here. Spray Gunner, Harder Steinbeck, both supposed to be at Nova, which is cool. Yeah. Like I said, definitely gonna check out Spray Gunner, and it'd be kind of fun if they had a ton of parts I could just pick up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes, you can see Meg doing her. She started off with just like a blob of almost white right there.
Yeah, it's like very trust the process.
It's looking great.
Thanks. It's getting there. I'm excited to show Liberty. Look, Liberty, look at my team. Yeah, anybody out there in chat going to be at Nova? We are planning on doing a meetup on Thursday. I don't know where yet.
I know where.
He knows where. I think, have you posted it in the Discord yet?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're in the Discord, I haven't pinned it yet. I kind of just did a first round check to see if that date, which is Thursday evening, worked for people. Everybody seems to we seem to get good enrollment. So yeah, it's gonna be Thursday, and I forget the name of the taco bar, but there's like a Cantina taco bar in Hotel Generator, which is right across the street from.
That's where we're staying.
It's where we're staying. Yeah, it's right across the street from the Hilton, where the event is taking place. And me in the evening there, I think we'll probably start getting there around 6 p.m. We're going to say. And we'll hang out there, which is where we hung out last year. And
it was great.
It's good.
It's also a good place to play like small games.
It is, yeah.
I don't know if we'll bring any. Maybe we will. Or we'll just hang out.
Yeah.
One or the other. And then Friday, during the day, so I only have stuff on Sunday. I have hobby classes all day Sunday. So Friday, we're going to find a spot. We'll probably scope out the event and then find a good spot for us to hunker down and play Spearhead. So I'm taking 4 Spearhead armies. If you guys are there, you're welcome to borrow them. And I'm going to make Zach teach me before we... I don't know how we're going to fit it in somehow.
I don't think so.
we're going to find a way, or I'll just read. I guess I can learn how to read.
Yeah.
And we're going to play that. We'll learn. We can all help each other learn. Maybe somebody else who's going knows how to play already. We'll play that on Friday. And then Saturday, we'll do some Blood Bowl.
It's kind of crazy, but I mean, you're leaving and I'm not for the next, so I won't even see you for the next few days.
I know. I'm going to have to learn how to read.
And then Thursday I get there, or Wednesday I get there, but, and then Thursday we go do this. So I don't really, maybe Thursday morning, but you're going to be working, I think, so I don't really know. We'll have to figure that out.
We can play in between my meetings or something. That's what we can do. But yeah, so it'll be fun this weekend. If you don't have anything going on those days, then you have us to hang out with, or me, I guess. You're stuck with me and whoever else is hanging out. I know Baby Girl was going to do Spearhead on Friday. She was looking forward to that.
Ty, I saw your name in the AOS PCP for Nova.
Yeah.
I saw Ty's name, which was cool to see. So I guess, Ty, you're doing AOS Champs with me.
Nice.
Which is fun. I think we have to submit our list today.
Oops.
Or tomorrow, maybe?
Maybe.
I think it's tomorrow, actually, that we have to submit our lists. But yeah, I was like, oh, I know that name.
Yeah.
All right, still going on with the rocket launcher guy here.
Yeah, are you making any good progress, or is it taking you longer than you expected?
It's actually not too bad.
Okay, that's good.
All right, folks, we're going to close the poll in a couple minutes here.
Oh, yeah.
Meg,
summer.
what summer activity do you keep trying to do as long as possible?
I would have liked to have gone to the beach, once. That would have been nice. I like going to the beach.
We did. Well, we went to Monterey. We did go to the beach once this summer. Yeah.
We went once. That's something that I don't do enough of. I love going to the beach. It feels very rejuvenating. You just go, lay on the sand, and do nothing. Mm-hmm. I don't do that enough. I don't do nothing ever.
Yeah.
So I miss that. I would love to go to the beach more in general, but not even having the option is always a little bit of a bummer. Yeah. I'm not really And it's funny because, like, I'm not a beach person.
Okay.
I need to go every so often. Just, like, I don't know, clear my head, I guess.
Yeah, the beach we typically go to.
It's not like the beach water. The water here is not warm. You don't go in the water
Not
unless
really.
you're crazy
You
or you're a
really,
surfer or you're a small child with no sense of
I think sometimes it
decency.
gets almost warm enough, and maybe in the middle of like the longest, like right around now when summer's been going on for the longest. But for the most part, yeah, it's not. It's too cold up here. The Pacific cold current goes up the west coast. So,
Get a yellow card. What's that?
like a penalty if you don't submit your list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, Ty, I'll submit tonight. What was I saying? Yeah, so we typically go to Monterey. The nice thing is that the weather almost supports year-round going to the beach, especially if you're okay with a jacket on.
Yeah, it's good. Like, it's good. It's a good beach, or it's okay to go to the beach if you're like bundled up. It's like a different experience, right? It's not like a summer beach feeling. It's like a cozy beach feeling, which is okay, but I do prefer like laying out.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
Okay, so going to the beach, that's your answer?
That's my answer. What's your answer?
Mine probably is hiking and camping. So hiking in particular. In the Bay Area here, we can hike year round.
I would go hiking in the rain. That wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, you can hike in the rain here. You can go hiking year round because our winter. Why Meg says the rain is that like a Mediterranean climate, right? The winter is just the rainy season.
Yeah.
Basically,
We don't have snow here.
We don't get snow, so it does get cooler significantly. And yeah, you especially. I mean, I've gone early with you for hikes in the morning before, but
I've made you come with me.
If you're out there at like 6 something in the morning, it is quite cold. It can be in the 40s, so you do bundle up. But then you start hiking, and it's really not that bad, and it's not. There's the thing California is lacking.
I don't bundle up because I get hot really fast.
The thing California is lacking is like the wind and the coldness never quite hits that biting level, where it like kind of hurts for a second. So you're just chilly. You're just like, oh, it's really cold. I want to move around.
Sweater weather all the time. Yeah.
Then you start doing your hike. You're going up a hill or whatever, or even if you're just walking on a trail and you're like, oh, okay, I'm fine now.
Yeah.
But I honestly, mine is probably the one that's winning. Front porch lemonade beer.
Oh, that sounds nice.
You hear me, Meg. Our patio our cats have ruined our patio. We've allowed it to happen.
Yeah.
But I'm a big fan of sitting on a porch or a patio and at the end of a night and having a drink or just chatting with you or some friends. And in California, you can really easily do that year round, which is nice.
Yep.
But even in Pennsylvania, like I would do that. My friends and I would do that. You'd sit on your porch, and it'd be like, November night, and you're in coats, right? And maybe if you're really seasonal, you're having a hot drink, like you're having coffee or you're having hot chocolate or you're having hot buttered rum or some kind of hot cocktail, something like that is fun. Hot cider, spiked cider, that kind of thing. That's always nice. Yeah, I in college, I went to college in Eastern Pennsylvania, kind of right near New Jersey and honestly like not far from New York City, and we would do that. This one place we lived, my friends and I would sit out on our porch
Yeah.
January. So I would say I'm, just like into outdoor porch and patio sitting year round.
Yeah.
Regardless of the weather.
I see. Well, what did chat say? Where did they land?
Well, chat, closing the poll here. That tied hiking, camping, and front porch lemonade / beer.
Okay.
Won. A lot of non-beach people here.
Yeah, interesting. I noticed that in the poll, yeah.
I closed the poll, it just disappeared. Just went away. But I did see the results before I hit close poll.
Mm-hmm. It'll show up. Don't worry.
YouTube's like, yeah, you don't need that.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's gone.
And it's gone.
Okay, Fart Blast is coming together here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you want to show him off at all?
No,
Okay.
not yet, not yet.
No one cares.
He's almost done. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the next hour. I thought he would take longer.
You can get some gold paint and paint my things if you want.
Oh, sure.
I'm just painting him a flat gold.
Okay.
I might like add color later. Because I was looking at the box art for these little tokens. I don't actually know what they're for. You guys, if you want to tell me. And I was like, oh, cool, coins. They're coins. I'm gonna paint them gold. Coins, gold. And then
Okay.
I look at the box art and it's like this beautiful like pink and green, like I don't know because I painted over all the box, but it was like very nice looking and like well painted, and I was like, God damn it, I gotta paint these.
You're just gonna paint them gold.
I was just gonna do gold, like they look like coins, so I'm gonna just turn them into coins.
I think you want them to match your army. I think they're used for like keeping score on a track or something.
Sure. Oh, okay. Well,
I'm not exactly sure.
You guys let me know. I'm sure it'll be fine. Like, we'll be able to figure it out when we're playing. I'm sure Liberty will know the difference between mine and his. Oops. It's like when I do my eyeliner and it's too thick on one side, so now I gotta make it thick on the other side and ruin it.
Okay, well, here's my question.
God damn it, I did it
Here's
again.
really the question for people in chat. Do we have any like Blood Bowl knowledgeable people in chat? Question 1. And then question 2 is, what is the difference between this thing? What is this thing used for? And then Meg, can you grab one of those fists? And then what are these fists used for?
Yeah.
That's kind of the question. And so, yeah, should the coins just be gold? Like, are they supposed to
Can
just
I
be
get
gold?
away with
or
that for now?
Yeah.
Oh, Rudy. Does the studio need Blood Bowl supplies? No clue what Blood Bowl requires. Terrain, tufts, preferred paints, or you can add onto your Amazon wishlist. I will. So again, I don't know anything about Blood Bowl. I played, thank you for your super chat, by the way. I played the card game. Mm-hmm. What is it called? Team Manager?
Blood Bowl Team Manager?
Yeah.
Something like
So
that?
I've played that. Other than that, I have no clue. So when I get my lessons this weekend with Liberty, I will be taking notes and I will be doing like schematics in my head of like, okay, these are the overlays we need. This is what it will feel like going through the game. Like, here's how the score should look, bleh, all that stuff.
Right.
I do plan on building us, using a stream to build us a field. But I don't know what that looks like yet. So, thank you for the party lights again. And I will let you know. I will add stuff to the Amazon list after this weekend because, yeah, we don't know what we need yet.
Yeah, we know we need
and we have lots of tufts, so we don't need tufts.
You've sent a ton of static grass and the static king. Brett's been using that over at his place, but we need to probably grab that back from him to do, so we can do the pitch, make the pitch.
Yeah. I know there will be a field, right? But I don't know the size and like what else can we do to jazz it up, you know? So
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we do want to make our own pitch, but I don't know. I don't know that will happen. Meg is optimistic it'll happen before her league starts.
Oh, sure.
I'm thinking it's probably going to be harder than she thinks because you got to make a perfect grid on it as well.
That's just math.
Yeah, but you got to put the grid on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've done that. So I'm imagining it'll be like that sponging we did on, we put like lines on, it was actually when we did Blood Bowl for Christmas. We took a rectangle sponge and just did our lines. Like I imagine it'll just be like lines. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can't imagine it being too tough to do.
I mean, it's just the only thing is that
see.
it's not, the grid is not for aesthetics. It is for gameplay function. So it does have to be correct.
Yeah. Sure. That's fine. That part is just measuring. So I'm not too worried about it.
Don't you guys love when you're holding like two pieces together? This happens especially with resin. And you've glued them and you're sitting here talking to people for like 2 minutes and then just like they're not glued together at all. The glue is actually there. Everything's there. Everything's fine. They just like are not sticking at all.
Just don't like you.
That's like a resin thing. That's like every time that happens, I'm like, yep, this is why I hate resin. Like if this was plastic, they'd be stuck together by now.
God. At least you didn't have to build Smaug.
Oh, I know that looks like
That was the rough.
Seems
That was rough. But it was nice because it's two of us.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gnome. Member for 12 months. Lab Mandrill. Yes! Already been 12 months. Thank you all for the great times and great content.
Yeah.
Glad you've been here with us.
Yeah. Everybody. Oh my gosh, I totally forget the name of his. Gnome's business.
Yeah.
That he's part of. He's gonna tell me before I can look it up.
Oh yeah. We have those stickers. I need to add. I'm not gonna be able to do it before I leave, but maybe if you find it. We've been saving our stickers that have been sent to us because I don't want to put them on something we're not going to keep and that's not related to the studio. I normally put all my stickers on my laptop, but laptops die. So I don't want to waste them on that. So since Rudy got us the carrying case, I've put some stickers on that. That seems like that will last.
No, I actually want to do a reorder too. I need to.
Oh yeah.
I want to order the pink oyster, ones. Mighty Cat mushrooms. Yeah, look at Mighty Cat mushrooms.
Mighty Cat, thank you.
Yeah. So I'd like to have another go at it. My first one went weird, which I don't think was an indication of the.
No, it's us.
No,
we don't know how to raise mushrooms.
Well, no, I think something happened with. I think we had it near some plants that might have had some pests.
Did we?
And I think they might.
Did we get rid of those pests?
I did, yeah,
okay.
yeah. So I think that's what happened, and yeah. Anyway, it's this box, and you just spray water pretty much into part of it, and it grows a mushroom that you can eat.
That you can eat.
And it's pretty reasonably.
Fiends.
It's pretty reasonably priced, honestly. I was like, a PO box or maybe yeah.
Could be that, yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm. Because it is like a live thing. They basically give you what's called substrate, which is like soil kind of, but like just organic chopped up material. And you grow mushrooms out of it. Like the spores are in the substrate already, and then they grow out when you provide them with water. So anyway, yeah, I'd like to get another go at it, and I need to do that. But after Nova, the problem has been that
it takes us so long to get to the post office. We're so bad about
it. It can. That is one of the problems. The other problem is that we keep having travel.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Recently.
Nova's sort of the last of it until honestly, Meg. Well, you have travel.
I do.
But Nova otherwise is the last of it until Old Town Throwdown Teams. And that's just a weekend. And that's in December. So we finally, after Nova, will stop having travel for
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. There it is. Okay.
Okay, let's see. Oh, they have all his
rules, remember? They said that. Isn't that cool?
Age 79. Height.
What?
Dwarves live long. Height 4 foot 2 inches.
Oh, they tell you his person. It's like a dating.
Yeah. Weight
thing.
165 pounds.
Okay, what about that D?
Originating team, the Grudge Bears. Position, thrower in quotation marks. 77 passing touchdowns, 44 player fatalities, including 17 of his own team.
Jesus, what a maniac.
His Spike magazine star player rating is 87.
Interesting. Thunder, I agree. Nurgle is the best team.
Then they have his rules right there.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. But I love this guy. I love the dwarf with the rocket launcher. It's a great star player. And I do love these Blood Bowl dwarves.
Yeah.
All right, Meg. Tactilson said he's usually seen the coins painted in team colors.
Okay. Sounds like that's what I got to do.
Yeah.
But I'll start with metallic then, this metallic gold, and then I'll build up from there. So.
I still think that's a great idea. I mean, yeah, I still think that'll be a fun base coat to like you're saying to build up from. All right, I think I'm gonna leave the rocket launcher on this guy off.
So there are 2 done. We'll say. Well, done enough.
Yeah, those look great.
Every time I look, I'm like, ugh, I gotta do this. Just give me a second. Okay.
His
Thanks.
cost, 80,000, I think.
What?
Saw.
How does the cost work? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, you build them like, it's not like you're filling a roster. You actually use the points?
I think you first have to buy players,
Oh.
like pay their salaries.
Oh, that's so funny.
And then I think you make a roster based on who's on, who you've bought. So, like,
Okay.
yeah.
Got it. Got it. Well, this is all I'm buying, these dudes.
Which, yeah, I'm pretty sure a box is like enough.
You would think it would be.
Yeah. Yeah, so Ty, what are you taking to Nova, to the AOS champs? I was actually a little surprised to see that the field was not bigger.
Okay.
I thought the field would be bigger. I thought there'd be more people.
I keep almost putting my paint in my coffee.
There's more people at Old Town Throwdown, believe it or not, than there will be at Nova.
It doesn't surprise me. Old Town Throwdown is the shit.
It is, but Nova's just a huge event.
It is.
I saw very
This
few
guy's too short.
West Coast people are weirdly not showing up this year. I'm not sure why. But yeah, like Tad's not going.
Bummer.
Matt Nuge isn't going. Aaron Newbaum's not going.
It's expensive, and we may not go next year either.
Yeah, I was like,
it's an expensive trip.
yeah, I was like, why aren't they going? And
Then you went and bought your plane ticket.
right, and I was talking to Matt Nuge about it at Old Town Throwdown, and he said he wasn't going to go. Matt knew in, and I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to, he's going on a trip in like November.
Is he going to Bend?
No, he's going on a trip later in the summer. He's just like, it's just too expensive. He's like,
Yeah.
it's to go on the trip and to go to Nova. He's like, basically I've been spending all my like trip money, my vacation money to go to these events, and I'm not going on any like real vacations.
It's true. We've been there. We are there. It happens. But yeah, I think next year we'll probably be a little more reserved in our trips. Also, it's hard to schedule when we're both gone all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. If Meg and I are
other folks in the collab can get some trips in, hopefully, and we can cover for them.
Yeah, if Meg and I are both gone, some scheduling stuff gets pretty hard. Like here we are, her and I on a Sunday stream. Sunday streams usually are her and I.
But I'm leaving today also, which is
But you're leaving.
funny.
So are we having a Sunday stream next week?
No.
I don't think we are.
think
Yeah,
so. We
oftentimes,
We'll see, but I don't
oftentimes
think so.
our answer is cool, no stream, which means we lose
out on time with you
guys. We lose out, quite frankly, on revenue. So, it's kind of like, it's not just that you're going and spending money, we're also losing money.
But that's okay. We'll also be posting photos and stuff on our Instagram. Like we do share some photos in our Discord, but when I'm at events, I do more like the story thing on Instagram, kind of like in the moment. So if you want to see photos, check that out. Otherwise, yeah, eventually I'll post some of them in Discord and we'll talk about them on a stream after the event.
Ty is taking his flesh eater course.
Oh, fun. Wait, so Ty is going? Oh, yeah, Ty. Sorry, I'm thinking Tad.
Yeah, Ty's going, and
Yeah. I knew that. Sorry, Ty.
he's like I was saying,
I get
I think
confused
he's
by
like
letters.
basically one of the only names I saw. of somebody that I knew.
Yeah. Okay. Other than who we know is going.
I know Tom Guan's going. I saw his name. There's a few other people, but not many. Like I said, none of the West Coasters, none of the Corsairs are going.
Normal ones.
Yeah, none of the Corsairs are going. So it's
Yep. So yeah, anyway, because I am flying today, like we said earlier, we're probably going to end the stream a little early.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of fan stuff today.
We do, because we didn't get to it last week.
We didn't.
Because we were
doing the... It was a big old critique. If you guys remember.
And then we did Ray and I did a critique on Wednesday. So we have a backlog of fan stuff. And there's a lot of cool things. Some of this, I don't know what's going on. So you're going to have to let me know, Meg.
If I can remember, yeah. Because I grabbed some of them, like, last week.
Yeah, including this first one.
Yeah.
All right, let me... what I will do here is pull up our pictures. Okay. And I think we start off right away with like not a miniature.
Yeah, this is Timbit's keyboard that he built.
This is funny.
Isn't it cute? Look at the little keys with the little graphics on them. I love that.
By the way, a good time to point out, if you're a lab mandrill, Timbit's class starts like at 12:15 today. We have the thingy. We got the thingy. There it is. Boom. Just a reminder. That's today, folks.
Today.
That's today.
If you're a mandrill.
If you're a mandrill.
Or, guys, I don't know if you knew this. You might know it. If you're a top talker or top texter in our Discord, that just means that you're active.
Yeah.
You're very active. And that updates every 3 hours. So if you want to join this, go get talking in our Discord. Go get doing stuff in our Discord while you're watching.
It's gonna be hard to beat some of the people who've been there already, but yes.
Give it a shot because you're invited as well.
If you are a mandrill, or if you want to suddenly become a mandrill, this is available at 12:15. Be there.
Or be square.
I will be running Meg out to the airport and then running right back here, and so I will be here, but not right away, just in case anybody cares.
Yeah. But
not really necessary information.
Zach will be recording it. All right, back to Timbit's keyboard.
Timbit.
Love it. Love to see like other stuff too. It's fun.
Okay, this looks like a cape that's going
this
or
is
a banner.
Umi's.
Oh wow!
Umi painted this owl.
Oh, it looks great.
Isn't that cool?
It looks very good. Yeah.
Yeah, it came out so good. He was worried about it, but I love it. This is like a 3D printed cape, custom cape he did. I think. Okay. And I forget who it's for.
You know what? I think he's been doing a lot of stuff with Knights, Chaos Knights, and Imperial. I don't think Chaos Knights. Imperial Knights. I'm wondering if it's for that. Umi, we'll ask later. We see him. We see him maybe now.
Thanks for submitting this, Umi. This is super cool.
This is great.
A lot of crowing. I think this might even be a crowing for it. I'm not exactly sure. I forget. Okay. But a lot of crowing for it entries this month.
Oh, fun.
We'll talk about the challenge at the very end so you know what the theme is. But this was a good theme for getting folks out of the woodwork a bit, I think.
Because you still got some time.
Yeah.
You got a week or so.
So much.
Okay. Let's see. Who is this?
Ooh. I cannot remember, but we'll find it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, a lot of like, what is this called? Distressing on these
Voodoo
vehicles.
Fairy.
Yeah, Voodoo Fairy. And a whole bunch of terrain stuff also in our Discord.
Yeah, these are grot tanks,
which I don't
They're
know. All different too. I love it.
That's kind of how they are. I don't even know if grot tanks are actually like a thing in the game anymore in 40K. No, not that. I just like that is like, I think they've had a weird history. Some orc player in chat's going to tell me what I'm getting right and wrong here. I don't know if they've ever actually had a model, but it's been a unit. I think it was like, they were 3D printed versions once that became a thing. But I think around the time that became a thing, they also just removed it from being a unit. But people used to build their own grot tanks. I remember I used to play with this guy in San Francisco when I first moved to the Bay Area at Gamescape in San Francisco, and he had all these custom built grot tanks, and that's like what his thing was. So we play these Tau versus grot tanks games that were kind of fun.
Yeah.
That's cute. Legends now. Okay.
Oh, sad. They're so cute. What a crime.
Yeah, this is it. And I like folks at home. Do you guys remember?
On the phone.
So they were Forge World, but were they not also like for a while they didn't even have a kit and like you were kind of encouraged to custom build it or something? I can't remember.
It's like they were like not going to commit to giving.
Then they did,
kit.
and then they took it away.
Yeah. Oh, well, these are really cute. I love them. Thank you for sharing.
This is Soups.
Oh my God, yeah. So and also guys, since we haven't done fan stuff for a couple weeks, we really only show one off per person. There's a lot of work in here in Discord right now from Soups in particular. From a lot of you, I had to pick one. So if you're like, why isn't this showing? It's because there's too many things we had to catch up. But
No.
Soups did this OSL. Speaking of OSL.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we need to show this one off up close.
It looks
personal.
good. And it is a nice, because
Contrast
Soups paints
to
a lot of
red
blood
thing.
angels, but he paints a lot of all kinds of things. And he's a very good clean painter, but he actually doesn't do these kind of special effects all the time. He does. It's just that he posts so much that you like forget that he does these other things.
I'm glad
so
that he highlighted it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I don't know if I would have missed it, but it's nice having this up close shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, Soups puts his name on those pictures. Something to think
thanks,
about.
Soups. That way everyone knows.
Something to think about for the rest of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is... Don't know
the
who
rest
this is.
of
Let's
you.
see. I didn't pick fan stuff today. Meg mostly. Oh, Midgar. We know this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been working on his rats.
He has been. Ooh, I like that tail. Look
And
at that tail.
I know, isn't it lovely?
And
look
the
at
bell.
wood. I love the wood.
The wood and the bell. Yeah.
But yeah, we've been catching him. He's Australia time. We've been catching him.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be like on at like 9 p.m. and he shows up.
We're like, oh boy, it's
fresh for the start of his hobby time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
While we're getting ready for bed, but yeah, it's been fun watching him paint his rats.
Yeah, this looks great. Now, I'm guessing the head's not done yet. Right.
I don't know. He put it in finished.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it has a ghost head.
Just like a albino-y.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks good. I like this bell that he's standing on. Moving on.
Okay.
Ooh,
whose is this? It's like all their stuff.
This is
I was like, oh yeah, let's show off all their stuff. And I can't remember.
Andy B?
There we go, Andy. Look how beautiful. Like, I mean, we're not seeing the details up close, but it's so cool seeing like this army.
Mm-hmm. Votan.
Like, yeah, like the orange carrying through. You can see the orange unifying the army.
He got carrying cases to match.
There's blue on these dudes on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice to see like a whole setup and like to see how it's packed, right? There
It's
you go,
tight
guys.
packing. I like it. I like it.
All of our stuff is bubble wrapped and we're crossing our fingers that nothing opens.
Well, I'm going to use the stupid GW case, which people love. I'm not in love with it. But on the plus side, I have no... I only have infantry, basically, and some cavalry, so yeah, I should be okay.
Yeah.
Nothing big. Yeah, I actually, like, NAD posts a lot, but I don't feel like I've seen close-up pictures of these models. And I really want to see them of the Land Fortress. Okay, Rudy Picardo puts his name on things.
Rudy. This is another crowing for it. He's been crowing for it all month.
I'm guessing Rudy's trying out some weathering.
Yeah. He's been weathering. He's been playing with his airbrush a lot this month too.
He's got these on bases. So this is Rudy. Is this for a game? Is this for like the orc game? Are these like looted?
There's a special orc game.
Filippo, I don't like it, but I've heard that lots of people rave about the GW case. I know. I think it's okay. I get why people like it, but it's really bad for anything spiky. Yeah. Yeah, there's like a game called I played it before. What's it called? It's kind of fun actually. It's similar in its general mechanics to Aeronautica. Does anyone know what's the orc game called where you're like orcs fighting each other in your cars? It flew under the radar and nobody plays it, but it is super fun. Gorka Morka was the older version of this game. They remade it recently, and it's not called Gorka. Speed Freaks, thank you, Ty.
Okay,
yes.
yes.
Speed Freaks, super fun. If you see a Speed Freaks box available at a discount, and you've ever wanted to paint orcs, or you need orc models, or you already have orc models, even better, buy this. Because I can tell you that this game is actually quite fun. And if you're one of those people that has a partner that will play board games but doesn't really like war games, Speed Freaks is a board game. It's a super fun board game. Meg, it kind of plays like Aeronautica, but instead of moving and maneuvers, you get these weird zigzag sticks that you put on the front of your model. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have hexes, and then you put the zigzag weird shape on the front of your model, and then when you take that model, pick it up, and put it on the other end of the zigzag stick. So you get these weird movements. It's super fun. Damage rhinos. Originally planned to use them for train pieces and kill team games.
Okay.
I like the bases. Wait, so Rudy, or anybody who plays 40K, are rhinos supposed to be on bases? Or Rudy, were you just like, they look better on bases? Because they do look better on bases.
Oh, right, because they do this like measuring directly to the vehicle itself, right?
You forget about it playing AOS.
Right.
Because everything's on a base. And there are vehicles in AOS, and they're on bases.
Right. It's weird, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, they look great. Meg, which one is your favorite?
Oh, the yellow one.
Me too,
Yeah.
actually. Me too.
Looks like a little pizza.
Yeah, the yellow one looks like I like all of them. The yellow one looks like really good terrain, like for like a desert junkyard, a place that gets some rain a little bit every year, but then the rest of the time is just taking sun damage. Yeah, these look good, Rudy.
Yeah, they're cool.
Moving on, this guy again. The
More
same
rats.
rat. The same. This is from the box, which is why. This is Bogey. Boggy. Yeah, this looks cool too.
Boggy.
Also,
I think Boggy's a little new.
Also,
Yeah.
super cool bell again.
Again with
Yeah,
the bell.
the
Again
bell.
with the bells being cool. I love the rats coming out of the muck. I didn't notice that.
Yep.
I was looking at the other stuff. But yeah, I love this. It's cute. Nice green. Nice glowing eyes.
Yeah, this looks great. Good tail again.
Looks fun.
I like the color palette.
Yeah.
I like this. Yeah. Oh, look at his base rim. It's not black. I like it.
I know.
You guys know I love a colored base rim.
I mean, it's like a gray.
Right. I
like
think
a blue gray.
I think that's
Looks
cool
nice,
though. Yeah. Rudy, that's interesting. Rudy added, just to go real quick back to this, he added the bases so that the train had like a footprint.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
I like that better.
It's kind of cool because like then
neat.
you can probably get like 10 fire warriors on here, and then they're in cover. Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. Whatever this is, I'm into.
Yes, this is a zoom in on. I can't remember the name of the person. I can't remember the game now because I collected this like a week ago.
Kurt the Viking.
Kurt the Viking. Yeah, this is zoom in. I wanted to get. He took a wide shot of the whole army. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I want to see details. I want to show off details because he had detailed pictures, but I didn't want to pick one. So I picked a handful of things from your group shot, Kurt, and I zoomed in for you. But lovely. I just thought the painting on these was so nice and uniform, and it looks so clean.
It looks incredible.
Like, it looks like you would buy this. Like the game pieces might come this way, right? It just looks so clean.
Is this Flames of War? What game is this? Does anybody know what game this is?
Hearts.
I'm like kind of thinking it's Flames of War, but it actually doesn't look like World War II. But also, like, I don't know, Russians had some pretty old stuff during World War II, so maybe it is. Also, I don't think Russians had bears during World War II.
Maybe.
But also, I don't think Russians ever used bears in combat, because you can't use bears in combat because they're insane.
You just send them after your enemies.
The likelihood that a bear will attack you over your
It's probably higher.
is way higher. Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of like
an
it
alternative Napoleonic game. Okay, cool. So it's like a.
Thank you.
It's like a that still is it. It's called Sludge. The game's called Sludge. Okay, so it's like.
Thank you, Ty.
Alternate history of the Napoleonic era, which means you get to do cool. That's where
That's why there's bears.
Historically, when you do that with World War II, you end up doing stuff like zombies and mech warriors and stuff like that. But this is alternate off of the Napoleonic era. This looks incredible. The bears look amazing. The unit right down the center looks incredible. This all looks incredible. This is amazing painting. I actually am very interested in this game. I hate to say it.
Oh yeah.
Literally because of this picture.
Isn't it?
Yeah. This picture makes me want to play this game.
Yeah. Thanks, Bob.
Here's the other
Kurt
really
the
funny
Viking
thing.
for your
It's a tiny.
inspiration.
This is a very tiny scale game, and here's I don't know the exact scale, but here's why I know that. This is kind of sad. You're in the hobby long enough, you start to recognize things. See the stump and the tree in the background?
Yep.
That there's one in my terrain bin right over here. Brett printed me one of those. And we have it at 32 millimeter scale. But I think this game is. I guess these bases are 28. Does anybody know? Yeah, it's a good question. Maybe they are 25s or 28s. I don't know. Anyway, this game looks very cool. Yeah, I want to learn more about this game.
Very pretty army.
I'll be looking that up later today. Okay, here we've got Filippo. Speaking of Filippo,
Hi, Filippo.
He's here. I like the sword.
Lovely. Yeah, this is fun. I love this grungy armor. Oh yeah, the distress on the knee pad. Yeah, so nice.
He's got this thing.
Fire is very cool.
Filippo's done a good job of like having like this focal point. Look at the foot too underneath the black like pattern he's got going on. This looks incredible. I'm kind of wondering how long something like this takes you to do, Filippo. Do you? This is an Ard boy. Do you do these in batches or do you just do one at a time? Base looks good too. A little leaf litter on there, not easy to do. It's a little harder to get leaf litter to look good than you would think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's kind of two approaches. You make big leaves that are usually incorrectly sized. They're like if you thought about the model picking one up, it would be like the size of a notebook. Which some leaves are that big, but
the size of a notebook.
Not all of them. He's the hero guy. Yeah. Okay, he looks amazing. Filippo also takes great pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chef, I like this.
Chef.
I love this color scheme.
Oh my god! When I saw this, I gasped. I went, "Oh, Chef!" I went like that.
Yeah, it's a great.
So pretty.
It's a great color scheme.
Yeah.
You like learning about metallics, painted up a Stormcast in kind of a similar color scheme, and when you did that, and I saw it, I really thought the colors you picked were cool. He's done also sort of this like bronze thing, and I love this light blue and white with the bronze.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love how the flag looks metallic. Like it just looks like shimmery in the light. Yeah, really pretty.
Filippo says it took him about a week.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is like one of your nicest pieces, Chef.
Yeah, this guy looks great.
You should feel good about it. It's really pretty.
It's super nice.
And it has his signature color. This is Bryce.
Oh.
Bryce, remember guys, he's going to be playing Blood Bowl with us.
Isn't this like a D&D model?
This maniac clown. I think
he said something about playing a bard in D&D and he decided to paint him like a clown.
Yeah.
So I guess Bryce is playing a bard clown in D&D.
It's kind of cool.
Somewhere, Meg, think about this. Somewhere out there in the South Bay, not far from us, there's a wild Bryce playing a D&D bard clown. And this is what he painted his character to look like.
Yeah.
Look at all these skulls.
I know.
Bryce is...
I like it.
Sometimes Bryce like disappears for a while and is working on something. When he resurfaces, it's just like, what?
It's true. It's like a little glimpse into his life because he was doing Tyranids for so long. He did the pigs like for a while, and then it's like, oh, all of a sudden I'm doing this. Oh, okay, cool, Bryce. Cool to see what you're up to.
Bryce loves his freehand. He loves doing patterns.
Yeah.
So I can't say I'm surprised. Also, here's what I love about this: the thing that he pulled off the best, in my personal opinion, is that the clown makeup looks like real makeup.
It does, yeah.
It looks very real. It looks like it's like running off of him.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you can see a skin tone underneath of it.
From
right, exactly.
Killing things or something.
Yeah, it looks great.
Whatever this clown man does.
Yeah.
What?
It's just bright. Knowing Bryce in this model is just funny. Whoa, this is like a chaos Nurgle spawn thing.
I love this. Is this Tactile Sun? I think it is. Because I know Tactile Sun likes to do a lot of, like, what do we call this?
Scratch bone? Yeah, Tactile Sun.
Tactile Sun, yeah.
Yeah, so is this...
look how cool it is. I want one of these.
What are the... Is this one of the special Death Guard Terminators you're running this guy as? Or do you run him as a Chaos Spawn Tactile Sun? It doesn't look like it's the Chaos Spawn base size.
Look like Chaos Spawn? I guess it looks to me like it would be a Chaos Spawn, but I don't know if that's what it is.
I don't think so.
I want to know what it is.
It's not the right base size.
Because I love this face. I love this tentacle mouth coming out. I love the freaking eyeballs.
You know what a Space Marine Terminator looks like?
I mean, I assume it looks like a little dude in a suit.
Armored suit.
Yeah, with like a head, a normal looking head.
Not little, they're pretty big, but yeah.
I mean, they're little because they're models.
Old Terminator with spawn bits. Okay. And do you run them as like Death Shroud Terminators? Or what's the other? Yeah. Blight Lord Terminator? What are the two type of Terminators? Deathwing? Chaos Lord. Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Love it. What a cool take on it. I love that it's like not humanoid anymore. It's like a monster.
I'm imagining.
I mean, it's humanoid.
I imagine that this thing communicates to you, like you go up to get orders from it, and it communicates psychically with you. I imagine it doesn't speak.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm sure you have your own lore for it, Tactile Sin, but I can see this thing like, just like telepathy.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, telepathy. Non-consensual telepathy. He just like starts talking to you.
You're like, get out of my head.
Oh, this looks so good. I keep zooming past this too.
Edom just joined our server and
yes,
submitted something to the critique last week. So we're seeing more of him in popping up, which is great. But yeah, he did like a whole
wild
photo dump of a bunch of stuff he'd finished since he was new to the server, and my jaw dropped. This was actually the first image.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is the kind of metallic work I want to do. Like,
well, you should ask him how he did it.
The blue and the purple.
Yeah.
And it reminds me so much of Craft World Studios.
I have to say, I really, I don't know. Meg is going to be painting Lumineth Army for us.
I know, now I'm like, oh, can I do this?
Well,
I need to look at the models.
I do really love Meg. I don't know about you, but I love when people do these.
I don't know about you guys, but I really love Meg.
I love when people do these kind of silver-based metallics with like ever so slight of a tint to them. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's what he's done here, right? It's like got a little bit of it's like silver with a little bit of periwinkle. And he drives it home because the gold.
Blue.
Well, yeah, the gold was weathered
contrast.
with purple, right? He used purple, and then he's got it around the edges, and then the red and the green. Also, bases so good.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, nice job with this like cool. It's so interesting because like it feels like a very cool purple. Well, I don't know. No. It's hard to say, but he's just done such a nice job with like cool versus warm here. Mm-hmm. The gold is warm, the blue is cool, the purple is like somewhere in the middle.
Now, Meg,
and they just bounce off each other so nicely. The green is very hot against these like pale metallic. These muted kind of. It's like muted but bright.
And then everything's done well, of course, nice. Right? Now the other thing, Meg, just so you know.
Just so I know.
You do get to paint normal horses with Lumineth. They have...
That is pretty cool.
These are Dawn Riders. They're not wind chargers. So in addition to kangaroo horses, you get to paint normal horses.
That's cool.
Which you like doing.
I like painting animals.
Yeah. Obviously great work. And then this is like a showpiece.
Oh, yeah. This is Devin's, right?
Is it Devin?
Is it? Maybe it's not.
No, I don't.
Is it not? Sorry.
No, I
know Devin has one in
I believe you. I just... Devin.
Okay, it is Devin. Look at it. It's such a nice thing to look at for reflection and like how color.
He's good at that.
Hits.
His stuff is good at that.
It's so subtle, but if you look in like these little shadow areas, you see like glazes of red and purple, like on the far shoulder on the right. Mm-hmm. It's like a little bit of purple, right? Because the red wouldn't be as strong over there. And it's a nice little demo of how you would accomplish that. So it looks like some glazes to help sell it. I love this. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with Star Wars, but whatever this is super cool.
Yeah.
Devin.
Really Devin, we're gonna see him this weekend at Nova.
That's right.
Oh,
he is.
Take his water bottle for him.
I need to tag him in the event. If you end up chatting with him, also mention
I'll tag his name in the thread, yeah. Or somebody else can right now who wants to do it. Go do it. Tag him in our Nova thread so he doesn't miss any moments. One of us will get to it.
This is from Sad Tony.
Sad Tony, who's also semi-new to our server. Glad to have you. Glad to see that you're still posting stuff. Because your work is beautiful. This is an ultramarine, right?
So, obviously,
I like the back because I wanted to see the cape.
Yeah.
There's more pictures of this, but I wanted that cape.
I've never really seen
sword, too.
I've never really seen orange leaned into as such a hardcore secondary color for Ultramarines, but it totally makes sense.
It's like the complement.
Of course, but you don't really see it
great.
that often. It's kind of brilliant. Yeah. You see a lot of what else he has going on here, which is that, it's blue and white are the two main colors for Ultramarines. And then people are like, well, then there's going to be all this metallic all over the place, right?
Yeah.
But to go and the fact of the matter is that a lot of units, Tony might not have a use for the orange. Like a standard intercessor doesn't have any cloth like this, really, right? So the orange might not show up. But on a character like this or on Blade Guard, something like that, they're going to show up. Yeah, the green weapon is also quite cool.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Yeah, really nice.
Thanks, Sad Tony.
Thanks, Sad
Don't
Tony.
be sad.
This is Professor.
Yeah.
He's been doing some retrospectives of his
this.
life, and we love it. Yeah, clearly the one on the left is better, right?
Wait, 96, 24. This is like 30 years, right?
Yeah, 28 years.
Wait, is it?
Yeah,
it's 30 years. Oh my gosh, you guys. The 90s were 30 years ago.
Yeah. Makes sense because the 80s are 40 years ago and I'm 42.
It's just sort of, it's all catching up.
Yep.
Anyway, love this thing. Very fun to see the difference.
Shocking to say
and the new
right?
one is so beautiful. It's so cool to see your growth.
We did a critique on one of his things for the same army the other day. I really like the aggressive edge highlighting, Professor. I wouldn't change it.
I like it too.
Personally, I like it.
I think it's a cool look.
Saray liked it as well.
Because there's so
He was wondering if he should tone it down. I wouldn't, personally. Like, it's a style. I mean, it is a style. And, like, some people aren't going to like it. But if you like it, keep it. If you don't like it, then, yeah, tone it down. But I like it. Know that it looks good. Whether you like it or not, it looks good. Know that.
I think if it was, like, competitive painting, maybe not. Because when you're doing competitive painting, you want to sell a realism.
For a single piece, but also I could see that winning best painted. If he took that to, like, a GT and it was like an army, like...
An army, yeah. That's the difference. Yeah, an army, I think it would be beautiful. I think it would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Do very well. Yeah.
Okay, this is also... Oh, no, sorry. This is Soy Sumer.
Yes, this is Soy and his wings. And this is another one where I saw it and I was like, oh, Soy.
Yeah, really nice wings.
Yeah.
They look like very natural, right? Which is the goal, I'm sure.
Yeah, Soy likes to give me the business because I never understand his memes, but I always understand his artwork and I think it's beautiful. So I'm always happy when Soy shares the stuff he's painting.
Polly. I'm late.
Oh God, is Polly here?
Yeah.
Hi, Polly.
I'm late. Can you start over?
No, we're not starting over. Oh my gosh, this maniac.
Yeah, this looks great, Soy. Nice work. Good cloth work happening. Good cape work happening. But again, those wings, yeah.
Lovely.
Ooh, look at this Nagash.
I love this Nagash. It's so freaking fun. Oh man.
I didn't see this Nagash in here though.
What does it remind? I mean, it looks like it went to a color run.
Zelton.
Yeah, Zelton. It's so fun.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Well, what I really...
And I love how, the green is coming out of the bottom and it morphs into him. Like,
That's
it's
what I
a
was gonna
very,
say.
like,
yeah.
natural looking transition.
That's what I was gonna say. The like way the glow is happening, like looks like he's in his realm, like he's in his glowy realm.
Yeah.
Like the glow is everywhere,
Right,
kind of.
right.
Yeah, I really like it.
And he's just like, I don't know, going to a rave or something. Man, he is fun looking. I love this paint job so much. I love looking at it. This is one I would love to see in person for sure.
Super nice, Zelton. Okay, why? Man, I am struggling to remember who these are from. Of course,
okay. We have a lot.
It's a lot, and
I started collecting these over a week ago. Yeah.
Yeah, these look great. Good black work here. Mm-hmm. I like the bases as well.
Oh yeah.
And the skin. I mean, everything.
Nice.
Everything looks great.
Really
yeah.
solid.
Yeah, solid orcs.
Yeah.
These are what?
What are they?
Brute Rager. Are these the Ragers, or what? This is one of the new Iron Jaws. Are these just Ard Boys? I haven't seen a lot. I haven't seen up close a lot of the new Iron Jaws infantry units yet. But they look great.
Yeah,
They
these
might
are
be,
cool.
I don't think they're 40K. Are they 40K unit? No. Anyway, they look good. Good orc skin, honestly. Nice and simple. Just like looks like nice and simple orc skin. but like super
Well done,
effective.
yeah.
Yeah, super well done. Okay, this is Cody.
We know this guy. Oh my gosh, Cody. This came out so nice.
Yeah, Cody really dumped his all into this one.
Yeah. And the wing effect is so cool. He was talking about how he got it, and it was like sputter, I think, from the airbrush that he turned into designs.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So he just got loose with it.
Yeah, just go with it. The other thing I will say about Cody, I wish you know what though, again, definitely check in Discord because the horns are crazy cool.
Yeah.
The horns on this thing. And
Lovely.
the
Yeah,
front
I was trying
view,
to I wanted to get that effect. I was really
that's
like,
also really cool.
it's hard to pick a photo
But
when there's so many good ones.
check out the front view of this guy, really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the thing about Cody is like this
Thing about Cody.
maybe this was 2 weeks of work for him. He's fast.
Oh, he's so fast.
He's very fast. He's very fast.
So impressive.
Last but not least, oh, I like this color.
Aren't they fun?
Colors.
Okay.
Yeah. This
Now,
is Bond.
Bond had posted a lot of stuff, and I picked these from a while ago, and I was debating switching it out for something newer, but I really love these endless spells, and we don't really show off endless spells that often, so make sure you guys check out the Discord and see what else Bond has been up to. But these are so pretty.
Yeah.
Like, what a nice job on something so, like, something that can be so inconsequential to some folks. You
Might
know,
not.
like,
I mean, you might bring it for the game and it doesn't even show up.
exactly.
Half the time,
yeah. And I just think these are lovely, and the colors are fun. I love the purple. The purple is obviously going to tie into his army, I would imagine, right?
Yeah.
Since it's on both. So I can't remember what the rest of his army looks like, but anyway, or armies, depending. Which spells are these? Do you know?
Slaves to Darkness.
Okay. Yeah, duh. I can see the spiral right there in front of me.
The
Yeah,
little
whatever.
8-point star.
Yeah. Whoops, guys. Very cool.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Meg, we need to wrap up today's show.
Oh, yeah.
Because we got to get you to the
I gotta
airport
get
so
outta
you can
here.
go to Nova.
Get her to the Greek.
Yeah, so
Let's take a look at where I ended up.
we'll do a quick check-in on how Meg's work ended up
Yeah.
here. Look at these shoulder pads.
So I
That'd be
didn't
very
quite
nice.
finish the fourth one. That's okay. But these 3 shoulder pads are done. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with them. I think they're looking pretty spiffy. So when I get back, I'll work on the other stuff on stream and off stream.
Yeah. Big thanks
Mandrels,
to our mandrels. Yep,
thank you so much for
Oh,
everything you do.
and I did assemble. I'm not going to show because everybody knows what he looks like. But here he is. I have him in 3 parts because I want to do some airbrushing.
Okay.
His cannon and the blast from the cannon are separate.
Yeah. Thanks you guys for your support. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for the super chats, both free and not, and for all the gifted memberships.
Yep.
One more very quick reminder, Mandrels, right after this, head over to our Discord and check out this demo. Anything else?
From Timbit.
Yeah.
Yep. I think we did it, Meg.
Okay.
As we say, be kind to each other, be kind to yourselves, and always be creating. Bye, folks.
Bye.